Good day to each and every single one of you. My name's Israel Josie. You are tuned in to Astrology of the Soul. And today I want to talk about the upcoming new moon in Leo. Yeah, so it's that time of the month. Every month we have new moons, full moons, as you all know. And this particular new moon, and a new moon is when the sun and the moon both together reside together in the same zodiac sign. When they meet together in the same zodiac sign, that's when we have a new moon. If you look out on the night night of the 31st of July, stroke the 1st of August, you will find that if you look up in the sky at night, there will be no moon. Because she's again absorbed and blocked by the energy of the sun. So, what is a new moon? Well, essentially, a new moon is indication of a new cycle, a new energy, new beginnings. So, for new moons, anytime there is a new moon, it's a great time to perhaps, really initiate. Really start something new, essentially, in your life. And I will be going through all the zodiac signs and letting you know which particular area of life something new is going to be occurring, or which particular area of life you're going to be dropping that seed, which particular area of your life it's going to be affecting. So I'll be going through that in a moment. But I just want to explain essentially what a new moon is about. What is the importance of a new moon? For every ending, there is a new beginning, as we all know. If we look at perhaps maybe different facets of life, we're all born at a particular time. We grow into our prime years, and then we gradually start getting old, and eventually we do die. So end of the old, and while people are dying, new souls or new people are being born into the world. So it's a cycle of life. If you've ever seen The Lion King, you're all familiar with the concept and the philosophy and the ideology about the cycle of life. Life is a cycle. So the moon, we have a new moon every 29, 30 days, which on a monthly level is showing us, or you can say maybe on a micro level, is showing us here that the new cycle is happening on a monthly level, but it also happens on a daily level also as well. When we think about it, every day the sun rises, we have a new day. When the sun rises in the east and comes over the eastern horizon, that is a new day. So there's a new of everything. Everything is renewed in some kind of way. There's always a new and there's always an old for everything. So the new moon is a very, very potent time. Now, this particular new moon is in the sign of Leo. The Leo is the sign, it's a fire sign, it's ruled by the sun. So it makes this new moon very, very potent and very, very powerful indeed. It has an immense power to it. The two new moons which we've had in the last couple of months. So last month we had a new moon in Cancer, in the zodiac sign of Cancer, and that's the sign that is ruled by the moon. And this new moon, we're going to have the new moon in Leo, and Leo is ruled by the sun. So we're having the two sun and moon happening in their signs. We're having the new moons in the signs that they rule. Cancer ruled by the moon and Leo ruled by the sun. So it becomes very, very important. What is the zodiac sign Leo about? Well, Leo is really about the zodiac sign that is to do with development of the self, development of the ego. That's what Leo essentially is about. It's the place of power. We know that it's interesting, the zodiac sign of Leo is represented by the lion, which is known as the king of the jungle. So that's quite interesting. It tells us a lot about the Leo energy and tells us a lot about Leos also as well. Shout outs to all you Leos out there, because we're in your birth month, end of July. We get all the way to the end of August. We're in the Leo month. So it tells us a lot about the Leo energy. So the need to stand out, the need to be special, Lions have always been used as symbols of power. If you go to all different cultures and all, royalty, for example, kings, queens, always use emblems and symbols of lions because it's representative of power. They stand out in some kind of way. But Leo is a zodiac sign that is an energy source. And we all have that energy source within us. So when there is a new moon in the zodiac sign of Leo, it's indication that there is an energy source. There is a potent time to really develop, to really plant a seed where we can plant something new in our life that can be very creative, that it can be good for self-discovery, it can be good for our ego. And ego is not a bad thing. We all have one and we all need one. And we all need to develop the ego so it's strong, so it has integrity, so it has a certain amount of enlightenment, and it has a leadership quality also as well. So where is it that we're planting that seed? And that's what I'm going to be getting into based on your zodiac sign over the course of the next couple of weeks. And again, once we have a new moon, that new moon will carry us up to the next new moon. So we have another new moon, which will probably be the end of August at some point. So we'll have a new moon in Virgo, which will be the following sign. So that energy lasts. We start seeing the development of that within the first 2 weeks after the new moon. Okay, so up until about middle, late, going towards late August, you're going to be seeing these effects definitely in your life with this new moon. Okay, so without further ado, let me go through the zodiac signs and let me know, let you know where it's going to be landing for you guys. So, Aries, first of the zodiac signs. So this new moon for you is going to be landing in your 5th house. That's a wonderful placement. That's a great placement. The 5th house is the house of talents. It's the house of gifts. It's the house of children. It's the house of creativity, because that is naturally the house of Leo. So it's almost like you're getting a double whammy of Leonic energy here. So it's really a time where you can really create, where you can really do something self-expressive. Perhaps maybe there may be something new in and around your children. For you Aries people who have children, there may be something in and around that. It could be a month where you could also get pregnant. The 5th house is the house of fun. It's the house of pleasures. It's the house of love affairs. So perhaps maybe there could be a new seed that's going to be planted here. There's going to be a new burst of energy into your life in and around those particular affairs, of your life, where something is going to spring out from. You're going to see something over the next 2 weeks from the moment of the new moon in Leo happening in your life. That's going to spark in the area of your 5th house. The 5th house is also the house of games, speculation. So perhaps maybe you may want to, buy a lottery ticket or something of that nature. Good luck to you. Give it a go. So that's what it is going to be for you, Aries. You're really getting a 5th house month. You may find that this is a month where you're really wanting to just have lots of fun and pleasure. And it's, the 5th house is a partying house, and you Aries do know how to party. So that's why I say it's a little bit of a double whammy for you guys. Lots of energy in and around that. But it's great after all. Have fun with it. Plant that seed and do something creative. And like I said, it's the house of talents also as well. So it's a time to perhaps maybe plant new seeds, to start new things, to learn new things. Perhaps maybe you can, maybe there's something that you've been good at, an old talent that you've had, and you can go back to it and, restart it again. This new moon in Leo would give you the ability to do that. Let's move on to the next zodiac sign, which is Taurus. So for Taurus, you get the 4th house. So 4th house is really about the home. It's about foundations. So this could give you opportunities for buying a new house, for building new foundations in your life. This can be a time that you may be wanting to move. So for you Taurus people, if you're looking to move, perhaps you're looking to move property, find a new property, or relocate to a new place. This new moon in Leo can be a great time for you to perhaps it can plant that seed. It can, give that spark, and through your creativity, through your power, you enable yourself to be able to do that. So it's going to be in and around the home, family matters, you know, where this new moon is really going to come for you. So watch over the next couple of weeks how that plans out for you in terms of the home. It could be maybe you just refurbish the home. You know, you redo it, you get a new sofa, you get a new carpet, you get the floor done, you change the wallpaper or something like that, or you paint the outside of it. It could be something along those lines also as well, where that new moon is really going to spark that for you Taurus people. So that's where it's for you, for the 4th house. Let's move on to the next zodiac sign, which is Gemini. Gemini, you're getting the 3rd house. That's your house anyway. So 3rd house is about short distance traveling. So there's going to be lots of short distance traveling with you, you know, Gemini people. So definitely you want to be, you know, watching out for that. Stuff to do with vehicles, how you're commuting, how you're going back and forth. Also for the Geminis, it's about siblings. So there's going to be something about siblings, because the 3rd house is also about siblings. So there may be something around or in and around your siblings that really magnifies for you over the course of the next couple of weeks. You know, maybe you hear some great news about one of your siblings, whether your brothers or sisters, or maybe a sibling that you haven't seen for a long time, or you haven't caught up with in a long time for whatever reason. You and them, you know, really link up and you go out and you hang out and you really enjoy that sisterly and brotherly, you know, love, you know, because that's what the 3rd house essentially is about. So watch again how this new moon, something new being planted there, something special. Let's not forget that Leo is the zodiac sign where there is something special inherent inside of it. There's a gift there. There's something that could be good for the ego, that's special, that when developed, it can really be a great energy source, not just for yourself, but also for other people also as well. Next zodiac sign is Cancer. Cancer, you're getting the 2nd house. This is the house of money and finances and security. It's actually a good house. So new moon in Leo in the 2nd house. This can open up opportunities, doors for you for new work, new jobs, new ways to increasing your financial circumstances. What you're going to find for you Cancerians is that over the next couple of weeks, perhaps there's going to be a boost or a new spark or a new opportunity, a door opening in some kind of way. Perhaps your ability to be able to self-express yourself that can allow you to be able to boost your finances in some way, shape or form. So that's what it's going to be. So it's really about your self-esteem and your sense of security and your how you're valuing yourself. Those are the things that new moon in Leo is really going to be sparking for you Cancerians. So watch this space. That's really good. Next zodiac sign is Leo. Leo, you're getting the 1st house. You know, it's in your sign where the new moon is actually going to be taking place. So for the Leos, it's really going to be about your physical body, your health. So this can be a great time perhaps maybe starting to go back to the gym, starting to get healthy, want to get a tattoo done, want to get your hair done, want to change your wardrobe, want to look slick, you know, want to come out looking nice. Just changing your outward approach towards life. The 1st house is really a very, very powerful house. So for the new moon to land there, it really gives you Leos a real extra dynamic push in terms of steering, because the 1st house is also the place where you're steering from. The ascendant is known as the place where you are steering the energies of your life, in which direction that you're going. So there's going to be a strong spark or strong, sort of like there's a spark of divinity and creativity that is going to be happening for you, that you go like, right, oh, that's what I want to do. That's where I want to go. That's the way I want to do it. So it really urges you and pushes you and gives you the fuel to be able to go into the direction where you want to go. So for you Leos, with this new moon, you're really, really in a place of power. Probably of all the zodiac signs, you guys really have probably the biggest and the best advantage of, you know, of all, to be able to accomplish anything that you want, you know, over the course of the next 2 weeks. Over the course of the next 2 weeks is where you can plant that seed to make that accomplishment. Next zodiac sign is Virgo. Virgo, you're getting the 12th house. The 12th house is really behind the scenes kind of house. So what you're going to find is that there's a new spark there. Perhaps maybe you're going to be spending lots of time by yourself. But when you're by yourself, remember, it's a new moon in Leo. So because it's a new moon in Leo, it can allow you to give you some real inner creative moments. You know, the 12th house is also the house of hidden talents. So this is a time where you can really plant seeds, where you can really start to discover that, oh, I'm actually quite good at this. I didn't know that I was quite good at this. You know, so the 12th house is, although it's a hidden house, it's a behind the scenes house. 12th house is also connected also with traveling. It's about retreating from the world. So perhaps maybe you find yourself retreating from the world, and that retreat allows you to be able to plant new seeds, to initiate a new beginning into your life. And that's what it is for you, Virgos. So it's really a 12th house moment. And it's really about staying in seclusion, spending some time by yourself. And while you're by yourself, the spark really happens, which can allow you to plan. Because next month, we're going to be moving into the sign of Virgo, and that will allow you, that's when you come into yourself, where you can now initiate, you see. Now is the planning, planting the seeds time. That's what it is for you, Virgos. Libras. Libras are getting the 11th house, wonderful house, the house of good spirits, as the ancients and traditional astrologers refer to the 11th house. So this is the house of friends. It's the house of good fortune. It's the house of gains. So there's some gains that's going to be coming to your life. But let's not forget that it is a new moon in Leo. So perhaps you're going to be sparking. This is a time for you to plant a new seed where you can gain from. The 11th house is really good. You can really get some gains or from advantages, maybe something new, maybe meeting somebody new also as well in your life. Because the 11th house is also the house of acquaintances. It's your place in the social world, or how you see the social world, or how you want your social life to be, your public life on some kind of level, amongst society or in your community, perhaps. So this is a time where you can perhaps maybe plant something creative, initiate something creative, you know, and perhaps maybe you plant something creative that will become an immense gain for you in the future. You see, but you'll see sparks of it. You will see potentials of that over the course of the next 2 weeks. So for you Libras, a brilliant house by having the 11th house. So make sure you use that wisely. Next zodiac sign is Scorpio. Scorpio, you are getting the 10th house. The 10th house is the house of career, your public image, your vocation. So this can be a new job, going for promotion. But again, it's a new moon. So something being planted there, something being seeded there. Maybe, you may not necessarily be leaving work now, but you're looking to do that maybe in the near future, maybe in the next 6 months or something. This is the time for you where you're getting the signals, where you're getting the creativity, where you're getting the spark, where the divinity, where the light is switching on. It's in Leo. Leo's a fire sign. It provides light. The light switches on. Right. Maybe I should do this and go in that direction and do this. So it's great for career. It's great for work. It's great for promotions. It's great for a new job. You could be changing your whole life path, period, going in a total new direction. This is a great time to really discover that with this new moon in Leo. Next zodiac sign is Sagittarius. Sagittarius get the 9th house. That's your house anyway. House of long distance traveling, house of broadening your horizons. So again, you could be getting some insight here, something new being developed in and around you're broadening your horizons, perhaps wanting to go back to university, wanting to learn something, perhaps going on holiday, but going on holiday where that really broadens your perspective, you see, because that's what the 9th house is about. That's your house anyway, so you get to really go wild and be free and do what it is that you do in the world. But with this new moon in Leo, perhaps there's going to be something quite new, something new that really plants a seed for you, or allows you to be able to plant a seed to discover a new world, new discoveries, embark on new adventures, embark on new destinations. that you've never even thought of, you see. And that's what's going to be coming up for you, Sagittarius. You're going to find that there's going to be like, oh, right, okay, yeah, I've got an opportunity to go there or do this or go to university or study that, and just really open up your mind. And that's what the new moon essentially is going to be in the 9th house. Next zodiac sign is the Capricorn. Capricorn, you get in the 8th house. 8th house, the house of legacies, wills, inheritance, tax, mortgages, other people's resources. It's the house of transformation. It's the house of having to let something go. So again, we're getting a new spark here. We're getting a new moon in Leo in the 8th house. This is an indication here that you need to be planting seeds that are going to allow you to transform. There may be something to do with debts, loans, mortgages, credit cards, other people's money, perhaps maybe your partner's money, a loan, a mortgage or something like that. Maybe getting a new one, looking at new ways of tapping in, or new investments. Investments is an 8th house thing. So maybe looking at new ways and how you can invest your energy, how you can share your energy also with other people, because the 8th house is also to do with how you share your energy with other people. So do watch out for that over the course of the next 2 weeks in terms of what comes up. Are issues around other people's money or other people's resources going to be coming up for you, because it's initiating something new within that area. Next zodiac sign is Aquarius. Aquarius, you're getting the 7th house, baby. It's all about love matters, relationship matters, contracts. That's what it is for you guys. It's all about the 7th house. So again, new spark. So for you Aquarius people who may be single or who are single, this could be a time, a potent time where you can meet new people, opportunities for new relationships, opportunities for new commitments. If you're already in a relationship, it's a new time to perhaps maybe instill or bring about something new in your life to do with relationships. You know, take your existing relationship into a new phase, into a new dimension, new creativity, new spark, signing a new contract. That's what the 7th house essentially is about. So it's all going to be about relationships for you, Aquarius people, with this new moon. Perhaps somebody special really coming into your life. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. It can be with, it can be a business relationship. So for Aquarians who are into business or doing some kind of business, you may be making a deal or signing some kind of contract or signing a legal contract that involves you and another party, a second party, or maybe a third party, but nevertheless, making that some kind of agreement on some kind of level. So it can be business, it can be romantic or relationship, it can be marriage, and that's what it's going to be for you Aquarius people, all that 7th house. And last sign, but not the least, is the Pisces. Pisces, you're getting the 6th house. 6th house is the house of work, it's your everyday routines, it's your house of illness, disease. I know that may not sound too nice, but with the new moon there, it's a great time to perhaps start a new diet, new ways of looking at your health, new ways of treating your health, new ways of looking at becoming more healthy, and creative ways. But also as well in regards of your work, your day-to-day work, whatever it is you do on a day-to-day level. What are your day-to-day routines? What do they entail? Because the new moon there is indicating that there's a new spark there. So this can lead to a new job. This could equally lead to a new job that allows you to change jobs and go into another job. Unlike the Scorpio that got the 10th house, where it's more about promotion, not necessarily about promotion with you guys, although you could do, you could try for it, but it's just more about your day-to-day routines, what it entails, and rearranging that and bringing in something new. You know, sometimes, you know, we tend to fall into that groove, that place of security, and we're just doing the same thing over and over again. With a new moon in Leo, it's indicating for you Pisces that you can bring something else, you can bring something new in. and something that's again creative, it's divine, and something that will better you in the future. And again, you will see that definitely opening up for you over the course of the next couple of weeks. So enjoy the new moon. Utilize it to the best of your ability. A great time for contemplation and just focusing on what you want, planting new things, starting new businesses, starting new projects, new enterprises. Is a great time to do that during a new moon phase, okay, leading up to the full moon, and it will the energy of that new moon will take your intentions and be able to make it fruitful for you in your life as well. So if you would like to meditate during around the full moon, and it doesn't have to be on that day of the full moon itself, it doesn't have to be on the 31st of July or the 1st of August, it can be a few days after. As a matter of fact, a few days after sometimes is better, because then the moon is then gaining momentum. Although even though she may have moved on into another sign, we can still be in that new moon phase, you see. And you can take that energy, and it's time to just start planting and start growing and start developing. And wishing you all well, wishing you a wonderful new moon in Leo. And yeah, just utilize it to your best of your ability. And I'll be back in the next couple of weeks, perhaps maybe talking about the full moon in Aquarius. And let's see how that grows and how that develops. Until such time, do take care. Thank you very, very much for your support, and I'll be back with you soon. On that note, thank you very much, guys.